buddy. How are you?
Pretty
How's everything?
Good, good.
Good.
Hey, I really enjoyed that first half of that Jack the Plaque video.
Me too. I like the guy. Interesting.
There's so much footage you got from that house. It's amazing.
It is.
I pieced together some of the rest of it for part 2. I had to cut out a little bit of it, but I think you'll get a good idea of the extent of this guy's collection. Is there anything you'd like to say, before we show this?
I do.
Okay.
Remember this, okay? Wiener loved his camera cell phone. Jack the Plaque loved his baseball.
Jack the Plaque loves baseball. You can
no
feel
doubt
that.
About it.
Yeah.
He don't care about money. I saw stuff there worth big money. He don't even care about it.
No, it's about the passion.
Every one of those folders with those pictures in it has like 200-300 8x10 glossy. Some are small. All signed. Everything's signed. Amazing guy.
All right, Jack. Well, at that, we're going to go ahead and transition over to the second half of this video with Jack the Plaque. Thanks again for taking the time to get all this on tape. It's really amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You
Jack.
talked me into it.
I'll see you.
Hi, Jack.
Good morning.
This is video 2.
God bless you.
This is a back room these in this undisclosed location. What a collection this is. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like Joliet, Illinois. We're in the cell block over here. Yeah.
Look at this. What's this over here? This here, right down through here on that wall.
We can talk. You got right here this one thing. That's the newspaper the day Lou Gehrig died.
Okay.
That's the original newspaper.
Wow, nice.
And it's got captions, paragraphs, you name it, buddy.
And those are...
Oh, these are at random. There's no pattern up there.
Okay.
The kids buy them today. These top pictures.
Who's this?
That's Eddie Stanky, old friend of mine.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, that's old Eddie.
And that's him again.
And they were all Stanky.
You're kidding me.
He played in the National League with 5 different teams. Played in 3 World Series with 3 different clubs.
You're kidding me.
He was with the 43 Cubs. Now, be nice.
Okay.
He come up with the Chicago Cubs.
And what's that up there on top, all those folders?
These binders, these are scrapbooks.
Those are scrapbooks.
They're like a book on, Mickey Mantle, Duke Snider, oh God, Nellie Fox, Ted Williams.
And it's kind of like...
Their careers.
Yeah.
It says all this. Yeah.
And,
See,
that's a scrapbook, huh?
This is one of my many books. I've got quite a few.
I can see them.
This is one of the books that ran him on Babe Ruth, and dates are in here. Original newspaper clippings from old New York newspapers, Chicago, out-of-town newspapers, baseball magazines, sporting newses, and if you look carefully, you can see they're pretty cool.
They are cool.
They had, I think the name of the magazine, I'm not sure, it would come out in the 20s or so. Good Lord, I wasn't even here. So you're talking 80 to 90 years old.
Wow.
That's old. As you look in the articles, when Ruth, his first wife died in a fire, he had his home run records and blah, blah,
No
blah.
kidding.
And then he came up with Boston, and they sold him, and then he made New York famous, and then we go on all day with this.
Did he hit a home run for a little boy that was crippled?
I don't think that's factual.
Okay.
I heard most of the stories, read most of the stories. Only one man's opinion. I don't think so. That's like the takeoff in the 32 World Series. Here we go again. I've seen real... I'm trying to find the right descriptive phrase. When he supposedly pointed, I'm going to hit it over to center field, and I'm going to hit it off of Charlie Root. Some of that was factual. Root was the pitcher. And I seen some partial film that the closest they got to it being real. And from my version, looking at that was, they had a run-in between the Cubs and the Yanks before the World Series. And the Yankees come in town for very heated personal reasons. The fans were, I think, spitting on Babe Ruth's wife. That isn't too cool.
Wow.
So he had a double bogey attitude towards them, and I would too. There's no reason for that. And I did read all these stories. I do believe most of them were true.
Yeah.
And so when he did hit the home run, whether he did or didn't, I can't prove it. My little opinion is no. He did do a finger pointing before he hit the ball. But if you look at the clipping, they don't show it often. He's pointing to the Cub dugout. You follow me? The
Yeah.
picture's out here.
Yeah, in other words, watch this.
Yeah, you guys, you want to see something funny? Yeah, you're making a
Which finger was he using is what I want to know.
This is not Dirty Dancing. This is a clean sports show here. You're not going to fish me in. I could have said buongiorno.
Yeah, I got it. But after what they did to his wife, I can
They
understand
had it coming.
Yep.
And he also shows you the film running around the bases, which you don't see often, with his hat waving to anybody that wanted to see it,
Wow.
smiling like a peacock, and each move and step he has to go around third base to get home, and he's looking in the Cub dugout. You guys like that one? Ooh, that's as cool as you can be.
Wow.
And a lot of people.
Along the walls here while
Yeah.
you're talking, I just want to show them that this is just one room that I've seen, and there's several rooms, and I don't know what all's here, but I don't think I've ever seen so much in one place in my whole life. There's really some neat stuff. And then there's a back room back there that he's got with, what I was wondering, Jack, is I know you started doing plaques. That's why they call you Jack the Plaque.
Well, that started when I retired, okay, from my regular job, which I did 35 years. I was a production boss for a big bakery in Chicago. And I've been collecting since 45. I got into the plaques, like putting the photos on a plaque and so on, for different bars as gifts and so on and so on. And then they got so popular.
Has this become a big hobby?
Yes, it's a very big hobby. Then I get requests. It could be my brothers, cousins, aunts, uncles, neighbors. You know how that goes.
So back then you were selling them to them back in the air.
Yeah, but like you say, I never really locked it in like a business.
It was more of a hobby to you. Yeah.
You got it.
Neat.
No, when I started hearing that, I kind of slowed the pace down.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it that much. Little league kids, and I'll make them plaques with their pictures and their buddies' pictures. That's very,
I'm going to swing over and show them one of the plaques,
you
okay?
Go right ahead, buddy.
This gives you an idea of the plaques that he does. They're beautiful. And he also does them of movie stars. Me. You want to show them and give them an idea how neat that is? The trouble you went through.
This is the book with, say it, White Sox under the R. Tim Raines played the White Sox. People would know that. He's one of the newer guys.
Yeah.
And you keep turning. That's all Raines.
And that's all Raines, every one of them.
And there's Rios. He played with the Sox. And they got, it goes on and on here. I don't know who the heck that is.
Oh, that's the R's.
That's Rick Reichard. He played in, I think, 69, 70 or something. And you go on and on and on. These are group photos, action photos, different players.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking.
That's really nice.
Yeah. On the left here. This one right over here.
Right here, right?
No, this guy right here.
Yeah.
That's Appling.
Oh, yeah, that's who you were talking to. That's your guy.
That's probably my first White Sox hero.
That's neat.
When I would be about 10 years old.
And then, who is this?
That's Duke Snyder again.
Wow, Duke
That's
Snyder.
a young Jack. There's a young Jack in the middle. That's when I was a sex symbol. And then you got Nellie Fox.
Is that you right there?
Right there.
I'll be darned. Look at that. See, I told you that he was young one time.
Yeah, I even had hair.
You're talking, sounds like the senator.
Yeah, that's right. And you got, there's Brown, there's Kelly, God bless him.
You don't know what the balls are. You really don't care.
Oh, no,
You just set them there, don't you?
You might have Snyder and, God.
The reason I said that, you got so many balls around and they appear to be signed and you don't even care. It's just something you like. You probably bought them and looked at them.
Well, most dealers get too carried away.
Yeah.
See, that, when I talk, I'm sorry, that's how I am.
Yeah, you just love them. You don't really care what they are.
Because if I go that route, then you're not going to have fun.
The monetary value means nothing to you. That's obvious.
Garrick. Oh, he's got to be worth $4,000. So, that's how the minds go. And I can't do that. No. Yeah, that old phrase, which you see.
Well, I noticed that there's autographs and you don't even care about autographs. I know since I met you, you never did.
Yes.
Look at that stuff.
They're all over the place.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. There's Boggs, there's Shremsky, Dawson.
And what's it, cups and stuff like that? There's no glove. I see. I like them too, by the way.
That glove is I got from a White Sox pitcher in 1952.
Who was he?
The pitcher, Mike Fornelis.
Okay, listen. You don't have Alzheimer's.
I don't
Anybody can remember that far back?
Is this going to be a Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Is this what this is? You want me to be
was good.
Jim Belushi?
That was Right, yeah,
You like-
I liked him. Calumet City.
You know,
He's
yeah.
from our
No,
neighborhood.
you snuck that one in. That
Oh, you
glove,
got-
I had that glove since '52. I had it relined.
What are these, boss?
Some more. These. Well, here we go.
Same
this
thing.
this whole thing here is one piece.
Holy cow.
It's the 27 Yankees.
Gee, 27 Yankees. Let me back up and let you talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit.
That is one piece, and the company went out of business.
Yeah.
And that's one piece with Gehrig and Ruth and Miller
Jesus.
Huggins.
Jesus.
Oh no, it's out of sight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice. I want to tell you something, Jack. This is some of the neatest stuff that I've ever seen. We're still missing a room.
Yeah.
He's got one more room, but we're going to catch that some other time because he's got so much. I want to ask him a few questions.
Okay.
During all your travels, what would you say the best piece is that you picked up here that you enjoy the most?
That's a tough call. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Give-
Yeah, I probably.
Okay.
I know what you asked me. It takes some time to. The wheels got to get kicking in.
I know all about that.
Well, you're a lot older than me, but
I know.
anyway, and you hold your age very well.
Thank you very much.
Now my turn. Yeah.
Hey, it's okay.
You like that one?
You snuck it in real
Yeah,
well.
well, now we're almost even. I owe you one, but anyway, I would say probably somewhere around 1962 when the White Sox let Nellie Fox go. Okay,
Uh-huh.
he went from the Sox, 10, 12-year beautiful career, MVP, 59, got in a World Series. God love him, good friend of mine. He got traded, released, or sold to the Houston or Colt 45, whatever they were called. And you mentioned a piece for me. This relates to that.
Yes.
And my wife was in Europe. She's from Scotland with my two daughters. So I had about a month, like I was single, whatever you call it. And one of those weekends, I went to County Stadium up in Milwaukee on a weekend by myself. Just wanted to, at random, thought in my mind, Houston was in Milwaukee, and I had the big Brave teams, and I guess Logan, Adcock. So I make a long story short, I go by the downtown restaurant or a famous hotel. I think it was a Schrader. I'm not positive, and that's where Fox was staying. So when I right to the hotel, and he was checked in. He was in there. We went and had breakfast, which was nice.
Neat.
Then I went to the ballpark, and I already had tickets. I don't have to keep getting freebies. That ain't my thing. But I did ask him in our little conversation by the dugout. This is cool, and I never forget it. I would like to have one of your bats. And I had known
Gave you
him.
a bat?
One of his bats. And I never do that. Very seldom ever did that because that's the way I am. But that hit my mind. That would be a nice souvenir. And he looked up and he says, Jack, I don't think I have any left because he was on his way out as far as a player coach, what he was. I said, well, at least get off your butt, go into the clubhouse and at least look. He come back with a brand new bat.
Wow.
I says, don't go away. And a guy behind me had a fancy script over or something,
Yep.
pen. He signed the autograph the long way on the bat for me. Not
No
little,
kidding. Yes.
That
yes.
little guy.
Yes.
That autograph. Now that to me was one of the nicest, and I got that one locked up.
It meant that he either liked you or was trying to get rid of you.
Well, he winked at me. I don't know what that meant. Is that take that either way?
Yeah.
Like get off my back?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't answer.
They seem like a pretty cool guy to me.
He was real.
Yep.
Fox was real, just like his old roommate who still lives.
Okay, this is the last part of that. We lost our batteries.
Oh,
Jack,
right.
it's really been nice being here.
All right.
Is there anything you'd like to tell people about collecting or buying? When you've bought all of this stuff yourself and you've had to wheel and deal along the way, can you give them any advice?
I hate using the word wheeling and dealing. There's a lot of things in life, any part of life, any kind of collecting that goes with it, that you can get a negative, and I don't like to be negative, and I'll make it fast.
Okay.
My point is, when you start at an early age like I did, and hopefully I think I had the right attitude, the right mindset, you do it with love, feeling, a big passion, and not with greed. You got to throw that word in there. I've known thousands of people through the years, and unfortunately, then you get it's too much business, too much politics, too much whatever you want to call it.
When you start talking
then
about the
you-
money.
And then you're not having any fun with it.
Well, from what I see probably thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces. I see a whole man's lifetime collection of some beautiful stuff that he fell in love with young and still loves it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, I'm going to take the liberty of telling you this. When we leave this world, we can only take one thing with us, and you'll have it. You'll have everything here that you've acquired and worked with. You know how? You take your memories with you. That's all you're allowed, nothing else.
Yeah, but that'd be enough.
That's right,
Of that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'd like to tell you that this is one of the nicest collections I've seen like this. And I'd like to come back in a month or two and after people see this and do it one more time with you so they can see a few things in a little more detail.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Now,
your time.
my last thing.
Yeah.
Name off the top of your head how many baseball people, stars that you've met by name.
I could rattle names off all
Go
day.
ahead.
You mean like Hank Aaron? I've been in the clubhouses with Ted Williams.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And Georgie Kell and Duke
Jesus.
Snyder.
Whoa, yes.
Roy Campanella and Al Kaline. I could talk all night nonstop. Ernie Banks, all the Cubs.
Hundreds and hundreds of them, literally.
I've been blessed.
Yes,
Not
sir.
trying to
Yes, you
show
have.
off. I talk with pride, not with greed or whatever you want to call it.
This has been a pleasure for me getting to know you. Although I've known you for 2 years, this is amazing, the work and the ethics and the love that you put into this collection.
That's the way it should be. I think that if someone asked me to sum it up for anybody, yeah, if you don't have that, and if you just keep worrying, you buy something, sell it, make money, buy something, sell it, then you get up and go to that, whatever, there's a flea market, garage sale, craft show, I could talk all night on it. And you just go with that deep down feeling, go, I hope I make $20 today, I hope I make blah, blah, blah.
You're really a strong collector then. That's
Well,
great.
I don't know if the word strong even fits.
Sure it does.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's maybe a hard one to sum up.
You're a hardcore collector.
Hardcore.
My goodness.
Okay, I'll accept hardcore.
And Jack has been married 4 times because they told him to get rid of his collection. And he said, "You think so?" No, I'm just kidding. You've been married once.
I know.
For a long time, too.
If someone would tell me that, I would tell them to go to your room.
I'm going to let it go right there. Thank you, Jack.
We're going to part with that.
Okay, thank you, Jack the Black.
And you can take that to the bank.
Cool.